So please tell us what is actually happening in the next few days, and what is the fear?
So I've got an operation on Monday, and it's under general anesthetic. So my first fear is I've never been under general anesthetic, so I don't know even what to expect.
Okay.
So it scares me a lot. I'm scared what if I don't wake up, or I wake up and I'll feel like, I don't know, I cannot come back to my senses, kind of thing. And then I'm scared of all of it. Like, I'm thinking if I have to switch off, like they'll switch me off literally, and they'll start drilling holes and do all of these things inside. I just think about this, and it just scared me to the point where I just don't want to do it, and I have to do it. It's not optional, it's just required. And I ran away from it 2 months ago, like I said, because I made myself ill, and actually went to the hospital, and the anesthesiologist, I don't know how to say it in English, but he said, no, there is no way. And next few days I was with 39 degrees fever at home.
Well done. You're powerful. Well done. Powerful mind.
I was quite wow. So I was ill. So in my head, I was like, yeah, it was justified that I didn't have this operation. So obviously now.
Okay, got it. Okay, now tell me, if this operation goes well, and everything is fine, what will be the outcome of it?
So basically, they either will be able to fix what's stopping me from getting pregnant, or allow me to go to the next step. So basically, it's next step before I can move in the treatment.
IVF treatment, yes? Okay, right. So if everything goes extremely well, you essentially will become a mother, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And how have you got a child already or not yet?
No.
So how much do you want to be a mother?
A lot. I think more time it passes, and more time it's not happening. It's getting more and more.
Okay. And what would this mean to you to be a mother? Like how? Like, why is this so important to you? Could you just explain it to me?
It's a difficult one, because I think it will complete my little family. So I just got married 2 years ago, and we decided to wait a little bit, and now I kind of get on with age, and I just don't know, I feel like it will give me the final piece in the puzzle.
Okay, got it. Okay, so you truly are ready, and you truly want it, yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So it sounds like this operation is almost necessary, right? If you really want to go. Yes. And you know, I say about this in the book, and I say it when I speak to people, that often behind our biggest dream, the biggest joy is waiting. Yeah. Like what we want the most, we have to pay for it. And the payment is almost to go through hell. Sometimes we don't have to go through hell, but the fear appears like hell. Okay? So it's actually, once you start walking through it, it's not actually that bad. But what we make up this to be like, this is what hell is. The hell is in the head, right? So, and you know, like often even people tell me when, you know, like, oh, I'm so scared that I will get cancer one day. You know, and I say, I couldn't sleep for 20 years, and but once I got it, actually I got on with it. It wasn't fun, but it was fine, okay? And it wasn't as bad as I imagined it to be. So it's never as bad as we imagine it to be once we're in it. Okay. So darling, the fear of going under general anesthetics and losing control, for you it's the fear of losing control, right? And them doing something to you and never waking up, right? How big is that fear out of 10? If 10 is really huge and 1 is small, how big is the fear?
11 probably. It's very high.
Okay, 11. Okay, so it's almost like touching on phobia, right?
Yes, yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Almost, but it's not. I don't think it's phobia yet. Okay, so so tell me. So if they drill holes in you and so is there actually the biggest fear that you won't wake up, or they do something wrong? Which one is the biggest fear?
I think probably that I won't wake up from it.
Okay, so tell me this. If you don't wake up, what would be the worst thing about it?
That's
Yeah, but I know, but what would be the worst thing about dying?
not existing anymore.
Yeah, and what would be the
Like-
worst thing about that?
But I don't know, because I want to do so many, I don't know, it's difficult one.
You want
Not being anymore, like not seeing any of my family, not be able to do anything.
Yeah. Okay. So not being able to do what you came here to do, to enjoy, to see your
Yeah.
family, to do make the babies and all this da da da. Okay, great. So the fear is actually fear of dying and not existing, right? And if you couldn't be here anymore, which part of the existence would you miss the most?
My family life, I think, being with friends, family,
Okay.
just enjoying time with people.
Okay. So love. So
Yes.
missing love. Okay, great. So let's do the exercise then. So on one hand we have this fear of not existing, dying, and not being close to your family, and on the other hand is being close to this baby, holding her or him in your arms and tenderly, softly, and being a mother and having a family and having even more love, right? So you actually your driving force in here is love. So if the love is bigger than the fear of operation, you will be absolutely fine. So let's do this. So I'm going to ask you to repeat this and treat it more like a game. Don't take it seriously and see what happens. And everybody who is listening to this, could you please send her a lot of love so this fear dissolves and turns into confidence, peace, right? Oh, and I have one more question. So instead of feeling scared, how would you want to feel about this operation?
Peaceful. This is the word which came during the meditation.
Okay.
Peace.
So you want to feel peaceful, and how else do you want to feel?
Confident that I can do it without freaking out. I can, without my pressure going too high and by cancelling. I just want it to be done.
Okay.
Now.
Fantastic. Cool. So please repeat after me. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out and repeat and say this. I allow myself to keep on going nuts.
Keep on going nuts.
And going crazy.
And
show my baby.
And show my baby.
That I'm a little bit mad.
I'm a little bit mad.
And I allow myself to panic every single moment.
And I allow myself to panic every single moment.
And go into this operation really stressed out.
And going into this operation really stressed out.
And be always so scared of any operations and treatments in the hospital.
And be always afraid of any operation and treatment in the hospital.
Even when I'm pregnant.
Even if I'm pregnant.
And I allow myself to put the stress on myself and on my future child.
And allow to put the stress on myself and on my future child.
And then being scared of giving birth.
And be scared of giving birth.
And always be scared of everything.
And always be scared of everything.
And I am so much looking forward to it.
I'm so much looking forward to it.
Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Once again, deep breath in and just let it go. Everybody's helping you to release the fear. And I'll say this, I also allow myself to focus on my baby.
And I always also allow myself to focus on my baby.
Holding her or him in my arms.
Holding him or her in my arms.
And meeting my baby with great joy.
And meeting my baby with great joy.
And focusing on what really matters.
And focusing on what really matters.
On love that I have for this child already.
But the love I have for this child already.
And I'm looking forward to being a very peaceful mother.
And I'm looking forward to being very peaceful mother.
So my baby can see that it's a good mother to come to.
That my baby can see that it's good mother to come to.
And I allow myself to practice confidence and peace every single day.
And allow myself to practice confidence and peace every single day.
And become more peaceful than I've ever expected.
and become more peaceful than I ever expected.
And hold that peace throughout my pregnancy.
And hold this peace throughout my pregnancy.
And teach my child how to be peaceful too.
And teach my child how to be peaceful too.
And I'm so much looking forward to it.
And I'm so much looking forward to it.
Take a deep breath in. So I allow myself to be the embodiment of a peaceful mother.
Allow myself to be embodiment of peaceful mother.
And always be calm and centered.
And always be calm and centered.
And I'm so much looking forward to it.
And I'm so much looking forward to it.
Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. I also allow myself to go to this operation.
And I also allow myself to go into this operation.
Petrified.
Petrified.
And for them to really mess it up.
And for them to really mess it up.
And drill too many holes.
Drill too many holes.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
And for me to die.
And for me to die.
So young.
So young.
And go off.
And go off.
And do other things somewhere else.
And do other things somewhere else.
And actually have fun.
And actually have fun.
And actually I allow myself to die if it's my time.
And allow myself to die if it's my time.
And I'm looking forward to dying.
And I'm looking forward to dying.
I know it's crazy what you're saying, but that's the point of this exercise. Take a deep breath in. You know that there is some people say that if it's your time up, it's your time up, and you die, and that's it, right? So sometimes we can't do very much. Not many people die under general anesthetics. And if they die, sometimes the family gets a big check. But very rarely does this happen. One in I don't know how many millions of people. So say this. So I also allow myself. To be very peaceful.
To be very peaceful.
And in fact, to use this general anesthetics.
And actually to use this general anesthetic.
To shift into very peaceful, calm state in my life.
To shift into very peaceful and calm part of my life.
And always remain peaceful.
And always remain peaceful.
From now on.
From now on.
And prepare myself for peaceful pregnancy.
Prepare myself for peaceful pregnancy.
And peaceful motherhood.
And peaceful motherhood.
And I'm looking forward to being really peaceful always.
And I'm looking forward to being very peaceful always.
And for them to find the solution.
And for them to find solution.
And for me to have the best possible doctors and nurses around.
And for me to have the best possible nurses and doctors around.
And have it quickly sorted.
Have it sorted.
And I'm looking forward to being a mother very soon.
And I'm looking forward to being mother very soon.
Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Okay, and now, darling, what I want you to do, and everybody's helping you to do that, I want you to send love now. Imagine that you're asleep there on the stable. Everything is going beautifully. Everybody is looking after you beautifully. The nurses and the doctor. It's a simple thing. It's nothing sort of major. And imagine that everyone is doing the job perfectly because you're preparing it now. You're sending love. You're setting it up there this way. And then you keep on sending love. You see the doctor explaining to you what's happening, what they've discovered. And then I want you to go a few months into the future. Imagine that you are pregnant. And then I want you to go even further. And I want you to imagine that you have given birth to your first child. And tell me, is it a boy or is it a girl? What comes to your mind?
Girl.
Yeah, it is a girl, isn't it? So I want you to just send her a lot of love. And just welcome her with so much joy. And I want you to ask this child, does she have a message for you? So she knows that you have to go for this operation. What would she say to you?
We have it. This is the easiest part. I don't want him to know.
There we go. Okay, the sooner you go through it, the better, right? Okay, so now measure the fear again from 1 to 10. And how big is it now?
It's no more than 5.
So it's between 4 and 5, yeah?
Yeah.
So what changed? Where did the fear go? Where do you think it's gone?
So I feel like I kind of have a little control over it. I don't know how to explain. When we were doing this exercise, I felt more in control, but very emotional as well. And I think the positive emotions,
there we go,
were much stronger.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And you know what I would love you to do is always remember when you're working with fear that there can only be one emotion at any time in your consciousness, right? Primary emotion. So it's either fear or it's a derivative of fear, right? Or it's love or the derivative of love. So if you focus on love and you focus on love, the joy, you know, happiness, then there is no much space for fear. The fear backs out. Okay? So basically when the fear comes back, you need to move your attention to, what do I want? I want the operation to go nicely. I want the best doctors to serve me, to look after me. I want to wake up relaxed. And I want this whole experience to be like a shifting point for me to go into a peaceful experience. Because if you're going to have IVF, it's just beginning of a journey, right?
Yeah.
So you need to prepare yourself for a peaceful journey. So you need to really program your brain for a successful outcome, patience, and peace, right? Because you know it's much more difficult for a woman to get pregnant when she's stressed out.
Yeah.
So you know this is a beginning of the journey, and your job is to be peaceful and focus on this child. Yeah? Good. So I'm glad. So remember, if you focus on love, the fear will back out and it will disappear. Yes?
Thank you very much. It's really powerful. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Wonderful.